The federal government's record shutdown has forced the Federal Aviation Administration to cut 10% of flights at 40 major airports beginning tomorrow. LAX and Ontario airports are on this list. TSA agents and air traffic controllers have not been paid for 2 consecutive weeks because of the shutdown. Many of them are calling in sick, creating these staff shortages. Now, passengers we spoke to say it's frustrating, but they understand.
Feel bad for people not getting paid. Nobody wants to work for free, but essential jobs are essential. We have to have them, and I wish they would hurry up and fix this.
Well, this shutdown is affecting 13,000 air traffic controllers and more than 50,000 TSA agents. Flight cancellations are expected to be gradual, 4% by tomorrow, 10% total by next week. And to talk more about the larger effects of these flight restrictions is Sean Cudahy. He's the senior aviation reporter at The Points Guy. Sean, thank you for being with us.
And Sean,
Good morning.
Welcome. Sean, how long do you think these flight restrictions will last?
I think that's the million-dollar question at this point, and it really hinges on the question of how long this government shutdown is going to go on at this point. I mean, we're obviously at the longest shutdown in history, kind of in uncharted territory with both the shutdown and now with these, cancellations. It's hard to remember a time when we've seen, in recent memory at least, when we've seen the FAA impose such sweeping restrictions that, certainly, as this heads into next week, we're going to see thousands of daily flight cancellations.
Wow. Yeah. And that thousands really hits home. I think sometimes percentages get lost on people, but 10% of all of these flights actually is a lot and will probably change people's travel plans heading into the busy holiday season.
Yeah, and tomorrow, 2 weeks from tomorrow, really kind of marks what airlines consider to be the unofficial start of the Thanksgiving travel season. And by all accounts, it was expected to be a record-breaking Thanksgiving travel season. So, if I were planning to travel this weekend into the coming weeks, I would certainly be glued to my airline app, to my email. Make sure the airline has all of your up-to-date contact information. That way, if your flight is affected, you'll be able to kind of get that first alert type system.
Yeah, and we want to ask you, do refund rules still apply for severely delayed flights? And what else can passengers do to stay empowered in this situation?
Yeah, so the federal refund rules do still apply at this point. So if your flight is canceled or significantly delayed, 3 hours for a domestic flight, 6 hours for an international flight, you would be owed you're entitled to a refund under federal policy if you choose not to travel. If you just say, you know what, I'm going to stay home, maybe I'm going to take a different airline, book a kind of a backup flight, take a train, take a drive to my destination, you would be owed a refund if you decide not to travel. If you do accept rebooking from the airline, unfortunately, you would not be owed a refund under that situation. So yeah, definitely those rules still apply, and also we're seeing some airlines put in place more kind of flexible refund rules.
Sean, what are you hearing from people in the travel industry? I think for us, if you were thinking about traveling for Thanksgiving or Christmas, you already kind of have some anxiety. It's already a difficult time to travel. This feels like chaos. Is that what people are thinking this is going to be?
I think that kind of remains to be seen. If the shutdown were to end tomorrow, I think there's still some hope that we could have a relatively smooth sailing Thanksgiving, although we have heard some industry leaders point out that, even if things were to end here in short order, the government were to reopen, there could still be some lingering disruptions over Thanksgiving. I mean, we're talking about weeks and weeks and weeks now without pay for these air traffic controllers who were already working, 6-day weeks, 10-hour days, mandatory overtime. So just a really kind of difficult situation that this government shutdown has put our travel industry in.
Absolutely. And as difficult as it is for travelers, you do feel for air traffic controllers and TSA agents who are not being paid. Sean, thank you so much for being with us.